Hey everybody, welcome to the old Monday Night Slot Cars. Please let me know if the audio's okay. Hey Patrick, hey Jim, hey Luke, hey Paul. Sorry, I'm having to read the chat on my computer here because I'm using the OPS software. It sounds good? The audio is delayed to the picture. Oh, well, most of the time is going to be spent looking at the track anyway. So, you know, thank you, Mayor. And hey, Jim, thank you for helping out. And then Rick, thanks for showing up. Like I said, sorry, I don't see the chat on the software that I'm using, and I have to use something else to read at it. Hey, Bob, thanks for showing up, buddy. Looking forward to tomorrow night so we can see the big showdown between Kenton and Roski. Hey, Dennis, thanks for showing up, buddy. Oh, the old, I will kill you now. Racing rigs tomorrow, all right. Hey, Shifty. Oh, that's funny stuff. Good stuff. Wow, I can't believe it's shooting up to 22 people. So the two people that I was looking for, I haven't seen yet. So I'm looking for Adam, who told me he might be late, and Mark with Mark's Slot Car Garage, because his cars are there to run. Hey, Andy, thanks for lurking, buddy. You had to switch to your alter ego. Thanks, Luke. Hey, there's Mark. All right, thanks, man. Yeah, I was going to say the man of the hour. Now, I will let you know. Um, okay, so we have some. I don't know if you've noticed here, but we've got some pretty cool looking cars here on the old running menu for tonight. And I'm going to run a Patriot Wizard Storm. And when Adam shows up, I'm going to run. He sent me his car because I wanted to upgrade the traction magnets on it. And then when I had it, I did a little servicing and found out that he had somehow the springs had gotten bent. So I replaced the springs on it and gave it a good lube up and got it going around the track. And then to show off, like I said, tonight, I did reset the biasu for no quicker than a 2-second lap time. And if you remember correctly, this is the current track record lap holder, Captain America. Now, officially, it was like a 3.0 or a 298 or something like that. I think it was a 298 is official. And then last week or 2 weeks ago, we were jacking with the Visu system because it was going quicker than my minimum setting. And so I believe it really ran like a 280 something, 287, 289. But we're going to test that tonight. Now, I have not ran the car since that night, since we did that. And then we have the new one that he submitted that if you watched Saturday night, that I just can't wait to get on the track. And then we've got Eddie here, which is the Super 7 on a Lexan chassis with some of Steve's custom aluminum rims. And then what I did, because, you know, I'm tired of all these Lexan Vipers picking on my poor TYCOs. So I took one of my Lexan bodied TYCOs. Oh, wow, man. No, thank you, Shifty. Man, you didn't have to do that. You know that, but I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Hey, Josh, thanks for showing up, man. So I built one of my silver package house cars on one of those already set up for pinned chassis with what Mark and I believe to be like a wizard arm. Now I know it's not balanced because I do have some wizard hot stock arms that are balanced, and the coloring's the same, but there's no balancing little cut marks like how they do theirs. So anyway, we got that to run tonight. We got Adam's car to run tonight, and I put on my runner body underneath for the narrow chassis, and then we've got the Wizard Storm, and so we got some pretty cool cars to test, and I'm just hoping that my poor little eyes can keep up with the speed. Oh, well, thanks you, Shift. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, well, Michael, I'm my birthday is this week, and I'm if you believe in the astrological stuff, I'm Taurus, which is a bull, and I fit that perfectly because I am very bull-headed. So, yeah. Am I going to use the wizard arm in a TYCO? Yes. That's what these are for. These are they're hot stock 440 balanced ×2 armatures, X2 armatures. How do you want to say it? Yeah. So I got 2 of them to test them out, just in case I screw one of them up. Because ironically, if you remember, I mentioned that Steve, that does the custom aluminum rims, he had asked me to put together one of the like the X3, I guess for lack of a better term, arms, the green armature right here, and it's like a 12/8 to a 13 ohm arm, and I put some level 4 magnets in it, and it burned it up in less than a half a lap. So that test is yet to be continued. So no, so not a fusion arm. No. Oh, thank you, Mayor. It's actually Thursday, and I actually took Thursday and Friday off and Monday. Ford tour bus. Oh, thank you too, Jim. Yeah. No, I'm not going to piss away money. I don't have that kind of money to spend. But if you remember, I mentioned that in a little deal that I'd done with somebody, that I acquired a bunch of TYCO stuff, and in that TYCO stuff, it came with a jig, like right here, and so I took advantage of said jig this weekend, and that's why I haven't been watching a lot of videos, though I did watch about 3/4 of Todd's Monday Ramble before I was making sure everything was set up. So check out Todd's Toju Racing's Monday Ramble after we get done here tonight. Or if you get bored and you don't want to watch cars run on the track, go check it out, because that's what we're going to be doing here real soon. But anyway, so I pinned a 440 X2 ×2 wide pan with the black, which is their stiff chassis. And so I'm going to build some cars, some motors actually, with what the parts you see there. You know, like I said, I got these wizard arms. I've got a couple of really probably overdid it. I got like a 2.8 arm. So I'm going to test some stuff, and I'm going to get me some Lexan bodies so that way I can compare apples to apples. But what's really cool is is the only car that I did run out of these four, besides Adams, to make sure obviously it ran, was this one right here. And this one, remember, has my level 4 package on it. So, Mark, this one isn't even close to the one I built for you. But I'm impressed. I'll just put it that way. Hey, Jeremy. Long time no see, buddy. Hey, thank you, Randy. Ramble on. Thanks, Bob. Oh. So hopefully, surprise, surprise, I got a new camera view for us tonight. So to give you a better idea of maybe where the cars are disappearing from the other angle that I had, which was looking this way on the track, now I've got it looking like where I sit and stand from this way looking, and I've got it as down and as wide as I can get it, and then I put the picture-in-picture is going to be located over in this area, about where the controller stands are. So you wouldn't be able to see the car in that section anyway, right through here. So I thought it was a good place. So you guys will have to let me know which one you like better. And let me duplicate this so that I can have it on both sides so that I can, wow, wouldn't you know? Live chat. Yeah, everybody make sure you're on live chat. Alright, there we go. Okay, so before I get started, I always like to warm up a little bit. But before I do that, I'm going to switch the camera view to what we're going to do with the table and the timing. And you guys tell me if you like it. And if you do, we'll roll with it. If you can see the picture-in-picture. I will warn you that if you're looking on your phone, it may look small. And I really can't do anything about that because I got to try to shrink it down enough to where you can see what I'm trying to show on the track for a different angle versus the size of the timing system. But if you have I've got it actually on my TV tonight, so I can actually kind of see what you guys are seeing. And if it's intrusive, we can make adjustments. So let me get everything moved as far as the camera go. Let me get the picture-in-picture started. And then you guys tell me if you think we can deal with where I've got everything set up. Oh, cool. Hey, no, man. It's all good. I'm just as curious as you are, buddy. Okay. So, there's the track view I got for tonight for you. And there we go. So what do you guys think of that? Love the new view. Cool, thank you guys. No, I worked on that today whenever I got off work to try to get more of the track in shot. And I'm sorry I can't get more of the very back straightaway, but if I do, I lose the flat track part that's closer to where the camera's at. So now you can at least see the bank car go down, the banking come back, the banking to the flat, and then you can see where I go around. This is what I call dead man's curve, and then at least you can see where I gun it, and then you can see where it's wide open through here up until Snake Hill and then down around. And Dead Man's Curve, oh yeah. And look at that, Mayor, I see a Mountain Dew truck. Thank you again, and Sweet Jane. Drone view. And then there's my little bull ring corner there, because I do work for the company named Bullhorn, and it's named after like a literal bull's horn. And so they give out little bulls, depending on the color, depends on what it stands for. and we got a silver bull for their 25th company anniversary. So I thought that would be cool to have my company's bull and my bull ring right there. So cool. If you guys are good with it, then I'm gonna let you look there real quick, and I'm going to clear out the red lane. It looks like to me that you can see the lap times, and if you can't, then I'll let you know that the fastest lap time I ran today was a 3:34.4 before I shut down the red lane. And then in the white lane you see there, that was just the Mega G Plus Alfa Romeo. Seeing how long the delay is. Oh wow, quite a bit. Yeah, so that's what you were seeing in the red lane. Or the white lane, sorry. So let me switch back to the red lane because that's the one we test in. And then now I'm going to clear out the times because I want everybody to see everything runs while we're live. So clear. Yeah, I've ran some laps today, 431. I was having some fun. The charging bull of NYC overlooking the track. Oh yeah, nice. Hey, thanks Mike for showing up. Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm trying to get, you can see Luke's bank supports on that corner back there. If you look real close, I'll point them out if you can't. Those are his bank track supports. So, all right. Anyway, so I figure I'm going to start off with the Wizard, the Storm. It's white, be easy to see. I just cleaned the tires. Let me shoot some oil on it. This poor bad boy only gets pulled out every so often because I'm the only one that has one, so. Oopsie. I had my controller in a spot where it was pushing down on the trigger. That's your ghost driving right there. So you guys like that view while I'm running the car? Oh wow, Rick. I wish I was at your place eating some New York strip. Cool. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Shift. So yeah, that's the Wizard Storm. And these things, bang for the buck wise, I don't know how you can beat them. A lot of places you can find them for like $40. And they come complete. They have a bajillion colors. So if you're looking for a really super cheap IROC series, I can't recommend these things enough. You can see they're fairly quick and they hold the track really well, I only crashed because the controller had the trigger pulled where it was sitting. So I'm impressed with them, honestly. And in case you can't see it, I said I'd let you know. The fastest lap it ran was a 3:83.3. And give me a second here, and I'm going to write that down so we can see who's the top dog at the end of the night. I kind of figure I know who's going to be the top dog, but you know. Let's at least write it down so we can recap. So the Wizard Storm 3.833. All right. Cool. Oh, nice, Mark. See, you know what I'm talking about then. Exactly. Yeah, you can. You can get them either way. I think you can. Pardon me, Rick. You got some Grey Poupon. Nice. All right. So that was the Big Bad Wizard Storm. And whenever Adam gets here, tell him to get my attention. And then I'll run his car. But until then, we're going to step up to the what I call Eddie, which is the one of the custom builds from Mark's SLOTCAR Garage, and it's on a Super 7 chassis. So just in case you don't know what I'm talking about, and it's got Steve's custom rims on it. And so I honestly believe this will be the next car that will be the next fastest car. But we'll see. The clock don't lie unless you trip it wrong. And it's fast. Not too much of a challenge to drive. It's perfect for an IROC then of people that don't know how to drive, Mark. Oh yeah, Eddie's a runner. Yep, I knew it. Yeah, okay, yeah, 355 and a 352. Oh yeah, Paul, I love Eddie. Eddie's a runner and he rocks. And thank you again, Mark. Awesome car. I love Eddie. He runs good. He's consistent. He's easy to drive. Even when I go ooh and give the old clinch because I think I accidentally took a corner too fast, unless I just really overdo it, he holds on and goes for more. So, you know, you can see where he's comfortable on the list of times, and you can see where I was trying to push it and where I had those, you know, the pucker factor moments. But let's write down Eddie. So the Wizard Storm came in at 3.833, and Eddie Super 7 came in at 3.524. Okay, so the next one we're going to run is my silver package 440 times 2. I think it should beat Eddie, but you know, what I can do on camera and what I can do off camera are two different things. Hey, Danny. No, Danny, you drive first, man. Oh, thanks, man. No, you be careful. All right. So here's my big bad silver package, Lexan body, 440. Oh, crash. I was pushing it. I don't even know what times I'm running because it's not on the TV. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Behold the power of the TYCO. Hey, Adam. So, I am super duper 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 impressed. So guys, if you own one of my silver package chassis, like Jim, I know you do, Mare, I know you do, just to show you how impressive it can run if you slap a Lexan body on it, there you go. So, let's write that down. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat that time. I didn't even realize I was running in the 320s. I just knew I was in a rhythm and I didn't want to peek over at the computer screen. 3.25. That's pretty good. But sadly, he's getting ready to get dethroned. Hey, Mike. Hope you and Steffi are doing well. Thank you. And yeah, Steffi, I think's got a silver package, one of these with a stock car body on it. And I know like Rich's slot car room does. And I know Monty's got one. I don't know what body ended up putting on it, but hot laps. Oh yeah. One of the silver package TYCOs that I built, I put I pinned and put a Lexan body on the chassis, and it just popped off a 325, which is, I'm still impressed. That's pretty cooking. So as cooking as that is, here's the current record holder, and I'm going to give him some fresh lube before I do. But this is Captain America for obvious reasons. And I'm being quiet until I can see my hand on the TV. There we go. So Captain America is hopped up once again, Viper from Mark's Slot Car Garage. And he's got Steve's custom aluminum rims on it, as you can see. It looks like some albino tires, if I'm not mistaken. I have had to replace the shoes. It did have silver shoes on it, but regrettably, when you crash, sometimes they bend. And if you bend them, your car don't handle for crap. So that's the only replacement besides oil. And then I'm going to add some of the magic lube to the gear. And then we'll get Captain America on the track, and I'm guessing we're going to be setting a new track record with this bad boy real quick. Alright, here I come. Captain America's getting ready to burn up the track. He's getting ready to put my little TYCO to shame. So my TYCO had its moment in the sun. Crash. 303. Okay, well I know I can beat that, so I'm just getting warmed up. Oh yeah, Captain America flies. Literally. When he comes off the track and on the track. Thank you again, Mark. I love this car. Love both of them. Hey, Roski, thanks for showing up, man. Oh, I'll just send it back for a custom tune-up. Oh, I am trying to get under the 3-second zone, guys. Wow, 307, 305, 305. I'm getting close. That's no easy feat doing that either. Yeah, thanks, Mark. Something's not right. There's no way. That has to be a 295 and the system's not letting it do it. There's no way. Yeah, 3050, 3050. Yeah, I think that was a 295 myself too, Jim. Hey, Steve. Oh, cool. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I don't understand that. I literally went in there and switched it to 2 seconds earlier. I mean, like, way earlier today. When that was like one of the first things I did. Well, I honestly believe that was sub 3 seconds, personally. Because I was kicking it. And there's no way that was 6 seconds. Maybe I need to restart it since I didn't do that after I made the change. It said apply. Yeah, thank you, Bill. Me too. That's what I thought. Time to call Paul for Biasu, yeah. It didn't register a lap. Okay. Yeah, I thought I did. But, you know. I really don't want to mess with it right in the middle of the show. So we're just going to call it a 295 for right now until I can figure out what's going on. And I'm sure we're getting ready to blow it away here real quickly. And we'll know that my Biasu's got some issues. Besides missing laps on cars. Oh my gosh, man, I even hate running this thing not knowing that the timing system's jacked. Well, it's not jacked, it's just not running anything past 3 seconds. And I know that lap felt faster than 3 seconds. Okay, give me just a second. I'm putting some black gold on your gear assembly on the Corvette you sent me. Looks like RPM gears. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Gunk applied. Let's see what we can do.
Yellow flag.
Where was it? Been set up? No. Options? Yeah, see, minimum lap time, 2 seconds. You don't remember what you put in the car. That's funny, Mark. Well, here, I'm going to close it and then restart it real quick. Give me just a second. Maybe that's what I got to do to save it. If not, you know, then yeah, it'll be time to call Biasu. Okay, so it just reloaded. It kept the 2 seconds, so we'll see if it keeps it. All right. So hopefully it works. So So here we have the awesome beast that Mark's SLOTCAR Garage sent me again. And if you're wanting your chance to win the sister car to this bad boy, you've got to be a subscriber as part of his 1,500 subscriber giveaway. If you want to watch the build on both of the cars, go back to his archives and watch the builds. And he runs the cars on the track, so you can see it on his track. And now you're going to see it on a click-clack track. But awesome looking car. Took some time to polish it up last night while I was doing laundry. And so she's probably looking as good as she's ever going to look right now, because as anybody knows, as soon as you crash it, it's going to start scratching it up. So thank you again, Mark. Appreciate it, buddy. Let's get this bad boy on the track. Oh, I forgot to write down Captain America. Captain AM. 2.95. We're giving him the 295. Whoa! You killed the bull! Oh my. That's funny. And this thing's fast. Yeah, 312, and I'm not even comfortable with it yet. This thing is unbelievable. I can tell a difference between the last one I just drove and this one, because this one has power to burn. If I push the throttle too hard, he'll fly off, and I was trying to avoid that. Sorry, Keith. I'm not going to fix the diorama stuff right now. Holy smokes. Yeah, I believe that's a 267 in my book. I can believe it, because I was pushing it that time, obviously. I mean, I pushed it so hard when I crashed, I smacked the Lexan out of the holders. $267. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Jim. Because like I said, I would be calling BS unless I knew what I was doing, and like I said, I was purposely pushing it harder than I had. So obviously we know we got a problem with the bias-u, but as long as it reads a 5, then we can kind of make heads or tails of it. But this thing is insane fast. I mean, without me having to try, I'm having to find my limits with it, I'll just put it that way. And if I can go 267, then there's a 250 in it somewhere if I can drive it. If I can drive it. See, there's the big if. Oh! Out the park. You don't know until you try. And in this case, I didn't know until I fly. And she flew. What am I going to do when I get a fast car? I don't know that I'm ever going to be able to build a TYCO that's going to run with this. So I'm just going to have to say uncle on the TYCO because there's no way. Oh, almost caught it. Man, it coasts a lot farther. I know that sounds funny, but it's so I have to let off sooner, even though it sticks like a magnet. I know that sounds funny, but it coasts when I let off, and it's since it's so much faster, it's harder to judge that said distance. Harvey is banging some walls. Yes, Patrick. Yeah, almost caught it. Oh, I was trying. I was giving her some juice. Yeah, I can believe it, a 3-0. Yeah. I know it sounds crazy when you're going that fast, guys, but Mark will even tell you, and anybody that races cars this fast will be able to tell you, but you know when you're on a lap. And based on your previous lap times of kind of feeling how that was, then that leads you to know that you were, you know, if you could have held it, it'd have been a good one. See, I can't gun it all the way through the wide open through my banks. That's how fast this car is. I literally have to drive it. Wow, 533? Yeah, I'd believe that too. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I see that now. But all I know is that this thing is a beast. Beast. So I'm going to write down like 3 different times on it because turn up the brake. I don't have brakes, Roski. I have a trigger finger. I have brakes on my controllers, but I don't have the track wired for brakes. Well, obviously, guys, this is the new track record holder. I can't officially say exactly what time it is, but I'm writing down 257 and a 233, or 267, that's what it was, sorry. Because those felt like that. I mean, they were so damn fast. But until I get the Viasu fixed, and we want to... That's insane fast, guys. I don't know if you guys realize. Count to 3 seconds out loud, and then realize that's how fast I'm going around my track, and it's 69.5 feet. when it thinks it's too fast. Yeah. Oh yeah, Rick, I agree 100%. Awesome runner. So now I'm almost embarrassed to put this car on the track because this one's not going to run anywhere near what we've seen. It's going to run good for what it is. And this is TYCO. This is Adam's rebuild that I did for him, and this has the same arm in it that the one that Mark has. Although I have raised the tire height up some, so I wanted to make sure that it would go around his track since I've been. I found out through doing my other chassis that my rails are a lot lower than a lot of other people's rails on their tracks, so I need to make sure that in future builds that I leave sufficient room for the rail heights. But anyway, this is the one that he had sent me that I told him to send back to me so I could upgrade the traction magnets on it. You've seen it run on his track, but anyway, so I upgraded the traction magnets on it. And then, like I mentioned, I changed the dual springs on it, and then I put some lowering tires for this, but not as low as what I would go on with like I was with the silver package. So, like I said, I wanted to make sure it was going to go around his track. Oh yeah, Jim, I'd love to have that. Actually, the guy that came over Friday night or Saturday night, Tate, and I were talking, and we're going to get some J-Jap bodies, and that's why I started pinning some TYCO chassis, because I'm going to build some after seeing how well. Where'd it go? What did I do with it? Oh, yeah, seeing how well the silver package ran with a Lexan body on the track, I was like, well, you know, that's pretty fun stuff. That's quicker than a stock Viper with a Lexan body, and a Viper being on normal AFX style GT40 type body. But anyway, here we go. So Adam, you still with me? What I missed? Just kidding. Nice, Danny. There you are. Okay, so here's your chassis on my busted up F1 car. And I'm going to go ahead and clear those times off because I want to see if it handles everything slower than 3 seconds. It's just 3 seconds and quicker it has a problem with. That, and like I said, this car is not going to run nearly as fast as what we just witnessed. So now I got to get used to driving this car, so don't be surprised if I crash a lot, and if I do, I apologize. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I was trying to go with slow cars to fast cars, because it jacks with your timing really bad when you have really fast cars and go to a slower car. Hey, all right, so it ran a 350. That's okay. That's about right. We're in the right ballpark, so the timing system's at least accurate to this point, when I can not wreck. Much like Mark's car, I can't floor it through the bank corners. Well, and if I gun it too soon, it'll fly off. Oh, wow, smack. Let's see if I could just make some laps before I crash. Get into a rhythm instead of trying to go for blazing speed right off the bat. Okay. Ah. Hey, Roger, thanks for showing up, man. Hey, KP. I'm telling you guys, yeah, Mayor, if you want to get out your car and make laps, I strongly suggest it. It's a good way to disappear from the real world for a little while. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I'm trying to get to where I floored it last time and get it back into the 350s. Because that's about where it was running earlier today. Oh, shoot. Used the bank corner as a ramp and took off. Yeah. Okay, so obviously I'm failing under peer pressure here, and I screwed up my timing by running Mark's ultra super fast car. But earlier today, this chassis was running a 340s to 350s in there, and occasionally it'd pop off a 330 something. And the problem is like I said, it's faster than you can go wide open in the banks, so you have to know your throttle control. But it's a beast, Adam, and I'll take off the old Pennzoil body and we'll get him all shipped out to you. Handles a lot better. Exercise control and timers. Yes, exactly, Roger. Laisu just couldn't keep up with the speed. Yeah, apparently, yeah. No, that pretty much nails it right there. They laned out. Well, here I wanna throw my little TYCO beast back on there again, since I know it can't go quicker than 3 seconds. I'm just tickled pink with this build. Like I said, same traction magnet, same motor magnet, same spring package, same brushes, same everything as my silver package. Just silver package with a Lexan body. Cool. Oh yeah, no, by far, yeah, no, that thing makes so much power that, yeah, no, the traction magnets can't hold it on bank corners wide open. That's saying something, because those things feel like they're literally like glued to the track. Yeah, there you go, Roger. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Slowed it down a little bit, did you? The gear ratio? Do you keep it with a 7-tooth pinion? I can't wait to see the video on this later to see how the car actually looks going around the track, because you have a lot more view of the track. Um, Boy, there's a serious delay on YouTube. Looks like an RPM. I don't know. Yeah, 7-tooth. All I know is this thing hauls ass. Sorry to all the sensitive ears that are listening. But yeah, no, it makes more power than my bank corners can handle. Now this, my TYCO as an example, has a 6 ohm arm, and I can go wide open in the corners. So, and I can do that with a stock Viper, and I do it with Captain America. I can go wide open with it too. But that thing's on another level as far as speed goes. So. Three dots on the gear. That's looking like. Yeah. Does that tell you something, Mark? Three dots. Well, I'll as an example, I'm going to throw my the Viper that I race. Whenever we race Vipers, we've got a hard body Viper class. This is the one I call the Shadow. It's literally a bone stock Viper. The only thing I've done to it is put albino tires on it, and um, we do allow magnet upgrades and shoe and spring upgrades and stuff like that. But so far, I haven't needed to do any upgrades to this car whatsoever to stay ahead of the pack. So this will give an idea of like maybe the difference between something like what Eddie would run, or I'm not Eddie, but Captain America with a Lexan body with a Viper chassis versus a hard body Viper chassis. So kind of give a comparison. 2.22. I think level 10 is about as max as you can go on magnets, unless Mark knows something that I don't, or has seen them. I know you can go a lot more on motor magnets, but not on traction that I know of. But that's me. Yeah, too strong. Yeah, too strong of a magnet can be detrimental. Just like going too low with your tire size, height can be detrimental. 340s? Yeah, that's about right. So, that's cool. So my Lexan bodied silver package can outrun my hard body stock Viper. Cool. Oh, I was pushing it. I saw I got into the 330s. Yep. Oh yeah, 332 even. Hey man, that's cooking. I can tell you straight up. That's a pretty good lap. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to keep up with comments because, like I said, I'm reading on the computer. And I can tell you, if you've got a stock Viper, then putting some of their albino tires on is one of the best improvements you can make to your car. Makes it easier to drive fast. Big time. Now, here's the Flash. Might as well give him a few laps too. Give him a couple of laps of glory. My backup car in case something happens to the Shadow. Uh-oh. And believe it or not, they drive a little different. Ugh. Same albino tires, same everything, but they just drive a little different. Boom! Eye protection. That's funny. Can you guys see the Flash a little better than you can see the Shadow? That's the name of the cars, by the way, in case you're wondering. I'm old school. I name my cars if I race them. Oh no, he hit my Mountain Dew truck. That's sacrilege. Build a battle bot cage around the track. Hey, wow, look at the Flash running in the 330s. Way to go, buddy. Oh yeah. See, the Flash ain't a bad backup car. He runs pretty good. It pulled the track apart. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be doing that. It was a pain in the ass. I had to take a couple of sections out of my track that the dog had yanked the power taps and unsoldered one of them, my white lane, as well as unplugging a lot of the power and stuff like that to all the other lanes and stuff like that. But she actually did break the solder on one of the lanes and on the white lane, so it was dead. And that was part of my 3.5 hours of fun underneath the table on Saturday before the show. So just as a quick recap, I do suggest you go back and watch, because I ran some pretty damn fast cars tonight. The Wizard Storm came in at, and this is on a 4-lane, 69.5 foot AFX track all the way throughout. 3.833 seconds was the best, roughly, that I could get with the peer pressure of being on live YouTube. The next one that I ran was Eddie, which was from Mark's Slot Car Garage, which is a Super 7. And I've been modified a little bit, and I love this car. Thank you again, sir. I appreciate it. Obviously, he's a good runner. Love him to death. And then, what did I do with it? Left it on the track. The next fastest car that we had in line was my Lexan bodied silver package on a narrow chassis 440x2. It ran a 3.253, which is very impressive. So if you bought one of my silver packages and you pinned a Lexan body on it, then I would think that you could probably run 350s pretty easily with that, which is pretty impressive. So I'm happy camper about that. The Captain America came in, and then this is where the Biasu ran into problems. He broke the Biasu. He started it off, but he went sub 3 seconds, and he reset his official lap record of a 297 and went down to a 295. And so he had the track record for a little bit. And once again, this is a Viper from Mark's Slot Car Garage on a pin, and it looks like, yeah, he's got the maxi wedge traction magnets on it, which are the ones that have little wings on the sides. And it looks like, yeah, he's got a balanced arm on it. So yeah, no, this is a runner. This thing smokes. But just when I thought there was nothing going to beat Captain America on my track, then he goes and sends me this Corvette that just totally screws with the timing system. And I wrote down 2 of the fast times, and I honestly believe that the car ran this, even though the timing system didn't confirm it. But a 267 and a 233. And this thing is so powerful, I cannot hold it wide open on my bank corners. So what I have to do is find a speed that I can take the banks and then gun it and then let off, and then find that speed again through the banks and then gun it and let off, you know. And this car is extremely fast and it likes to coast. So that was a whole different driving experience all into itself. And then the last car we ran of the night was the car that I'd worked on for Adam by adding some traction magnets, and we got it down into the, I think, 350 range, 350 range with my crappy driving. So I am going to be getting a hold of Biasu to see what we need to do to try to fix the issue with the timing, because I really want to know what this new one and Captain America run, because there's no doubt in my mind that the Corvette one is going to be the fastest. But it will be curious to see, you know, what a 6 ohm arm Viper can do versus this 2.8 or 5 mark. Okay, well, Mayor, I got to fix the doggies dinner after I get done with the show. But I'll give you a ring and jing when we're all done doing that. And thank you for the offer, because you saw whenever I was live, I have it set up for no faster than 2 seconds, and he'd even saved it, but it's still not doing it, so I don't know. But I do know these things stick like glue, and I can't wait to actually get an accurate time around my track with these. So thank you again, Mark. I appreciate it big time. So you've sent me 3 awesome cars, and so far the only one that I've been able to beat is Eddie. So thank you, buddy. Tech support. I love it. Well, like I mentioned to the mayor, guys, I usually try to keep this show around an hour long, but I was having fun tonight. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did, because honestly, I mean, my adrenaline's going. I'm sweating just because of the, you know, I mean, like I was trying to explain to people today at work during one of our meetings, that just the adrenaline rush, and you're so focused, you don't realize that your heart rate and everything goes up. So that is what I was going through doing that for you guys live, and then the pressure of doing it live in front of more than just your buddies. That, you know, that adds a little more heart rate to all in itself. So I'm glad I really didn't embarrass myself too bad. I am super thankful that Mark sent me those cars. I hope Adam is happy the way his chassis is now running, and he'll have fun with it on his track. And all I know is, like I said, guys, I had a blast, and I can't wait to start playing with some new arms with my newly pinned wide body chassis. And I'm going to get me some Lexan bodies, and we'll have some fun with that. So future testing to be had, and hopefully I can get the TYCOs maybe to run in the 3.0s, maybe less than, with my hopped up package. But we gotta see what we can do about getting the wide pan built first, and making it run as well as the other, because obviously the narrow pan's a lot lighter. So anyway, guys, like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, if you haven't already, be sure and go to Toju Racing and check out the Monday Ramble. And then be sure and check out Bob at the Electric Avenue tomorrow night. I believe he mentioned earlier that they're doing racing rigs, and I'm not for sure, but I think Kenton and Roski are going to have a race off. So we got to see that. So stop by Bob at the Electric Avenue tomorrow night and check that out. Wednesday, I'm not sure if Adam's going to be going live yet or not, because of the show coming up for the weekend. So we got to keep an eye out. Just watch out for the notifications. So go by, if you haven't already subscribed to him. Let's get him over 500 so he can give away that track set. Same thing about Mark with Mark's SLOTCAR Garage. If you're wanting to win a chance, or get the chance to try to win the sister version of the car you just saw run on my track tonight, you've got to be one of his subscribers, and he's giving one away just like that. Well, different body, but same chassis. Yeah, we're not giving away the one I just got. But anyway, he's doing that for his 1,500 subscribers giveaway. So be sure and stop by Mark and tell him thank you for supporting the hobby, and you want a chance to try to win that bad boy, so you subscribe. And then on Thursday nights, we got my friends over at ProTinkerToys.com, and Danny, Brian, Ryan, Danny, Mac, and the guys, and the whole gang over there. They got the auction going on, and then they have race night. You never know who's going to show up on race night. And about the same time they have race night starting, you've got Kenton at Slot Cars and HO Trains with your Pimp Your Layout that is going on. And last week, if you missed it, Paul got on there and was showing off some awesome Mustangs, one that he has done and one that he's been working on. So hopefully he's on there again this Thursday night, and we see the new updated modified Mustang. I knew he was a Ford guy at heart. And then Friday, don't forget about my buddy Rich at Rich's Slot Car Roof. He puts out other than TYCO Friday, or sometimes it's Thank God It's TYCO Friday. Either way, it's always a good show. Stop by and give Rich some support and check out what new car he's going to show off for everybody. And then that brings you right back to Saturday with Scott's Slot Car Saturday Night Live. If you're a member, you know, we go an hour early at 6:15. If you're just a subscriber, that's cool too. We start at 7:15. So either way, stop by and say hi. But I will see you guys tomorrow night at Bob's at the Electric Avenue. You guys, thank you for joining in. Have a good evening. Hope you were entertained. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your week.